Another Saturday and another round of pro-Islamist protests across the Western world. And unsurprisingly, the mainstream media is not there to hold them to account, but to just give them a voice and give them a huge platform. But fortunately, new media, independent reporters, and the 12-year-old Josh is back to hold them to account. If you guys remember, a few days ago we showed you Josh, who's only 12 and a half or something, who actually went to some of these protests and interviewed some of the attendees, and they are at best ignorant, let's just say. Let's go to the latest video we have from Josh.
It's horrible. What do you think?
It's horrible what happens on October 7th. I would never justify any sort of terrorist attack. However, I think this question doesn't work in the grand scheme of things, where Palestine has been occupied for 75 plus years.
So you're not saying it's justified, but you're saying it's understandable. Not really understandable. No, okay.
But resistance is going to happen in an occupied country. It's just a shame that it happens the way that it happened.
But Israel pulled out of Gaza in 2005, so it wasn't occupied.
But they still live in very not free circumstances.
Can you elaborate on that a bit more?
No. I wish I could say all out in a very eloquent way, but I don't think I could, to be honest.
Thank you for your time.
Once again, this basically a teenager, Josh, very polite, very reasonable, and at the end said thank you for your time, walked away. But every time you deal with someone who says, well, I don't really support any aggression or terrorist activities, but when they say but, you know that's it. There's no way you can reason with these people because they're brought a but into it. And of course, these people just listen to the headlines on Instagram and the mainstream media and assume there was a country called Palestine, that they believe that somehow it got occupied. Even Gaza was not even occupied on the 6th of October, the day before the 7th of October. Then she said, well, what I really mean is that, yeah, they might not be occupied, even though she actually said they were occupied in the first place. But they still have to live with the consequences, basically, she meant. But the Jews are still living nearby, and it's not really nice, is it? So, considering that the propaganda and the narrative keeps changing, depending on who you're talking to. One day they say, it's occupied. The next day they say, oh, well, it's an open-air prison. Okay. And then they say, well, they just live nearby, and it's not really good. And then they say, there was always a country called Palestine. They always had the flag. Yeah, so when in the 60s they decided to steal the flag of Jordan and make some amendments, and they said, oh yeah, this is the flag of Palestine now. There was already a flag before, right? Okay. So, we'll keep you guys posted. Obviously, I wanted to show you guys another segment that Josh did by going out and obviously interviewing some of these ignorant protesters. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.